Hello, it is me, Chris. I've been wanting to make a video for a while, just to talk about my strategies for fighting mental illness, including depression, anxiety, PTSD, and similar. But those are the ones that I struggle with. Always had chronic depression, anxiety, PTSD with flashbacks, all that, since I was probably 10. And it has always been a part of me. I've just always been very depressed and very anxious, very stressed, high cortisol levels. And I felt like for a long time I didn't have control over my thoughts or my brain or my emotions or my crying. And it took me years to finally try and dedicate to meditation. And it is life-changing. I feel like a different person. I feel like I have cleared so much space in my brain for positive thinking, and there's just no more room for negative thinking or negativity or depression or anxiety, or as I used to call it, that bitch in my brain anymore. I used to struggle with suicidal thoughts and idealization and visualization, and I have transferred to, because I have a very active imagination, I've transferred that to visualizing abundance, prosperity, and they say that everything in reality is created twice, first in your mind and then second in reality. And I found that that is very true, because every single time something really bad would happen to me, it would be something that I had already thought about, I had already worried about, I'd already mentally prepared for, because I was always expecting bad things to happen to me, because they always had. And getting my car towed twice in 2 weeks, that happened a couple months ago. And anything bad that happens, you and I have learned that we have control over how we react to things. We don't have control over external forces or bad things that happen that we can't control, and that's okay. But we do have control over how we react to it and how we let bad things make us feel. So I've learned that in the past couple of months, and it's been great. I feel like I have vanquished that bitch in my brain. I used to hear there was my thoughts and what I wanted to think, and then there were thoughts in my brain that were just repetition of what my abusers had told me over and over and over again for a lot of my life. So, and I had always wanted to get rid of that and unlearn all the things that have been said to me that have been holding me back. And I learned that that is possible with meditation, positive affirmations, and manifestations. So I highly recommend the Rising Higher meditation. Jess Shepherd, she is a lovely Australian woman. Her voice is so soothing, and now I have listened to it every day for probably 3 months, and I feel like a totally different person. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, I was constantly fighting depression, depressive thoughts, anxiety, PTSD flashbacks, like visual flashbacks, and like daily, constantly. And by channeling my literal brain in a positive way with manifestations and positive affirmations and meditating, every single day, every morning while I'm driving, like listening to it just before I go to sleep, anytime I start to have a negative thought or negative thought pattern, either I can turn it off by counteracting with the positive affirmations that I've learned, or I listen to the positive affirmations. And it is like self-therapy. It literally is self-therapy. I have become so much more chill, like naturally chill. I don't take antidepressants, and I did for 3 years, and I felt like a zombie. And now I just feel very clear-headed, focused, motivated. I wake up every day like excited, which I got from my manifestations. Like, before I woke up every day wanting to die, and that's not an exaggeration, and that was like that for years and years. So when someone like me, who's been depressed for like going on 12 years, clinically depressed, in my brain, grew up like from abuse, like childhood abuse, like, and was able to change the way that I think and think about myself and think about my life in less than 3 months. I can barely breathe. Like, it's been very impactful, and I cannot recommend it enough for every single person that I know, everyone who struggles with mental illness, depression, anxiety, PTSD, stress, daily stress from work. Just, if you have constant negative thoughts, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but if you're also not able to go to therapy for some reason, you don't want to take medicine for it, which is reasonable, because you are powerful, you are strong, you're mentally strong. And I have never been one to believe that chronic mental illness can be cured, or anything close to it, especially not this fast. And I have always been hesitant to say that I'm better, because I know that it's cyclical and it always comes back. But with constant effort and maintenance, which I was already making a constant effort, I just didn't know exactly what to do or how to do it or how to change the way that I was thinking. But with constant, like, everyday effort and maintenance, it's possible with meditation. And I had heard that from so many people before. Like, my therapist had told me, meditate, listen to things like this. And I just couldn't dedicate to it. I said I didn't have time. But I realized that what you listen to, what I listen to, what I put into my brain, like, constantly affects me. So I was listening to like very sad music, which I love, like Lana, love her, but constantly listening to saddening music and versus listening to positive affirmations and abundance and prosperity manifestations, it's a totally different vibe, different lifestyle. And I'm just like, now I wake up at like 7 every morning. I'm super productive. I am on my shit with work. I'm 22. I have my own business. I graduated college when I was 21, and I really wanted to die around that time last year. A lot of last year was really bad, and I have surrounded myself with good people, learned a lot, been a sponge, and been through a lot. But I can confidently say that if you are willing to, or desperate enough, like I was, to try anything that is good for you, that can positively impact your life and your mental health, meditate. Try it once and then do it for a week straight, because it takes at least 7 to 14 days to sometimes a month to form a new habit. It took me a month, but because I was dedicated to it, I could do it, and it's just worth it. I don't listen to music anymore. I listen to positive affirmations. I don't mind music if other people play it, but I choose to listen to positive affirmations and thoughts to replace the negative ones in my brain and fight depression and anxiety and PTSD. So if you're struggling with the things that I was struggling with, I definitely recommend it. Rising Higher Meditation and Jess Shepherd, the I Am affirmations. And when you listen to them, you have to get into it. You can't just listen to it. You have to fight through the bitch in your brain that says no every time you hear a positive thing about yourself. Fight through it, and eventually you'll agree with it, and it feels amazing. Feels fucking amazing. So I just needed to tell as many people as possible, because even though obviously everyone knows about meditating, it's hard to dedicate to it, but it is life-changing, and you don't have to be a Buddhist or anything to do it. Anyone can do it. It is self-therapy, and it works. So I hope everyone has a good day. Manifest abundance, prosperity, happiness, and do your best, and be nice to yourself.